What's up with it, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Raider Honcho, and I'm back with a brand new video for you. If you're a fan of the Las Vegas Raiders and want to support this channel, please subscribe. Also, check me out on Raiderhoncho.com, pick you up some of that merch, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Raider Honcho. So, Nation, we are 6 days away from the 2021 NFL Draft, which to me is just the Raiders Draft. I really don't care about any other team but the Las Vegas Raiders, and we are almost there, guys. We are on the brink of the draft. It's a huge draft for us this year. I think it's a big draft for Mayock, for Gruden, the whole Raider Nation. We need something to start going in the right direction for us. So today, I will be doing my fourth and final mock draft. That's right, the Honcho with his final mock draft of this offseason. It's been a long offseason. I've been putting in work. I've been bringing you videos almost daily. And you know, I told you why. Because I know everybody's going crazy right now, and just being able to talk Raiders football makes us all feel a little more at peace, makes us all feel a little more comfortable. So let's get right into my final and fourth mock draft. I will tell you that the most important piece of this draft to me is a tackle, a guard, a free safety, a cornerback, and a linebacker. And I will tell you that there is no specific order. I want to take the best player available at the position I need. So with that being said, let's get right into it, okay? So when we get to the first pick in the draft for me at 17, Trayvon Merrick is not available, and everybody knows that's the guy. That's my number one target. Trayvon Merrick is the guy. Also, Micah Parsons is not available, and Jock is not available. So all my go-to pieces at 17 are not available. So I am going to trade the number 17 pick, the number 162 pick. I'm going to trade back a little bit with Miami and get their 18th and their 81st pick, okay? So when you go forward and you get to 18, there's still nobody on the board that I think is worth picking at 18. So I am going to trade again. And I am going to trade my 18 and 200th pick to Cleveland for their 26th and 59th pick. So to me, I've already gained a lot of value, right? Because I have the 26th pick, the 59 pick, and you already put that into place with my 48th pick that I already have, my 79 and 80. So to me, I'm looking good for my first 5 picks. Actually, my first 6 picks are looking 26, 48, 59, 79, 80, and 81. So to me, I'm ready to go grab me some talent now. And at number 26, I am finally going to make a selection, and I am going to draft offensive tackle from Oklahoma State, Tevin Jenkins. So at the 26th pick, I go shore up that right tackle spot with a guy who is probably the most aggressive lineman in this draft, which is Tevin Jenkins. I think this is really good value to get him at 26. So that's what I did. At 26, I'm taking Tevin Jenkins, okay? So now, we fast forward to my 48th selection. Now at 48, there's a couple different ways I can go. Should I go safety? Should I go corner? Should I go linebacker? All right, and I just got to go with team need and best available for the position I need. So at the 48th pick, I am going to go get a guard from Ohio State, which is Wyatt Davis. And to me, this is a really good pickup for me because not only do I answer both guard and tackle with my first 2 picks, I'm getting a top 3 guy at each position. Tevin Jenkins, to me, is arguably a top 3 guy in the draft as a tackle. And I think Wyatt Davis, to me, in my opinion, is the best guard in this draft, okay? So, from Ohio State, we got Wyatt Davis. So, at 26 and 48, I take care of my offensive line. And I could have went safety here with Richie Grant, but I'm not a big fan of Richie Grant, and I think there's some more value later on in the draft. So you fast forward now to number 59, which I acquired from Cleveland. I am going to now address my linebacker position, and I am going to draft linebacker from LSU, Jabril Cox. And to me, I'm super excited about this pick because when you talk about Gus Bradley's defense, you talk about the 4-3, you talk about a Sam, and you're talking about a Leo. And this is a guy to me that I think could play both. Jabril Cox is also probably the best coverage linebacker in this draft. So to get him at 59 is a great value for me personally because I actually have him ranked as my 4th best linebacker. So obviously Jock is off the board, Parsons is off the board, Zaven Collins is off the board, and if I can go with Jabril Cox, I'm super ecstatic about that. So at 59, I am going to select Jabril Cox from LSU. Now, 79, 80, and 81, I believe, are my best 3 picks of this draft. So let's get right into it. And let me know in the comments what you think so far about my first 3 picks. But at 79, I know I didn't mention this position as a position of need, which is defensive tackle, but we still don't have that super alpha at defensive tackle, that young guy. I know we brought in Solomon. I know we got Irvin, Hankins. We got a couple names, but we don't have the guy. And at 79, I'm going to go select the guy who's actually ranked number 2 in my top 10 defensive tackles, and I'm going to select NC State's defensive tackle, Aleem McNeil. And now right here is just strictly value for me. To get a guy who I think is the second best defensive tackle in the entire draft and be able to select him at 79, it's just something I couldn't pass up. So now I know for sure that my young nucleus is set at defensive tackle. We got Aleem McNeil. At edge, both edges, we got Cleveland Farrell and Max Crosby. Both young guys. So that gives us 3 guys that are super young that can grow together. We also have Yannick there. So, I mean, I think that we're good. We don't have to address that in free agency next year. We don't have to address it in the draft next year. We take care of the defensive line right there. Now, at number 80, this is a pick that I wanted to address cornerback, and a great cornerback slash safety fell right into my lap, and that's going to be cornerback slash safety from Washington, Elijah Molden. Now, anybody who knows me and has been watching my stuff, you know that Elijah Molden is probably the best football player, in my opinion, in this draft, especially on the defensive side of the ball. There's just not much this guy can't do. At 5'10", you're not looking at a prototypical size safety, but he can play safety. He's one of the best safeties in the country, and he can also play slot corner, which is probably going to be his best natural position in the NFL. So now I shored up my cornerback position, and I know some of you guys are like, wow, how are we going to get this far without getting a safety? Well, I'll tell you what. At 81, I am going to select free safety from Indiana, Jamar Johnson. Now, this guy can do it all. He's a former starting corner, doesn't have the greatest amount of experience at safety, but his ceiling is so high and he's so polished, so much more polished than Richie Grant, so much more polished than Andre Sisco, so there was no reason why I wasn't going to take him. And at this point, my team is set. I go Tevin Jenkins, Wyatt Davis, Jabril Cox, Aleem McNeil, Elijah Molden, Jamar Johnson. My team is set. Now with those other picks, because I traded my 121 to Carolina for 143, 151, and 222, I am building strictly depth at this point. I am going all depth at this point. So at 143, I am going to draft another defensive tackle, Jalen Twyman, out of Pitt. Okay, at 151, I am going to draft cornerback from Oklahoma State, Raiderius Williams. At 167, I am going to go get me a running back from Oklahoma State, Chuba Hubbard, which to me is a guy that you can now let go of Jalen Richard. You don't have to go and get Theo Riddick next season. This is a guy who will come in and give us production right now. So Chuba Hubbard at 167. And at 222, I just took a flyer on an edge rusher out of Georgia, Malik Herring. I think in the beginning of the draft process, it's somebody that I had regarded pretty high. So, like I said, it's a flyer. You don't know what he's going to give us, what he's not going to give us. But to add another edge player was something that I thought would be really crucial at the end of this draft. So that's what I did. And what's crazy about this, we only have really one offensive skill position. I didn't go no wide receivers, no tight ends, no quarterbacks. So that's my draft. I went Tevin Jenkins, Wyatt Davis, Jabril Cox, Aleem McNeil, Elijah Molden, Jamar Johnson, Jalen Twyman, Raiderius Williams, Chuba Hubbard, and Malik Herring. And that's it, guys. That's it for Raider Honcho's final 4th mock draft. I'm so excited for the actual draft. If we get even one of these guys that I just named, I'll be super happy. So get down in the comments, let me know what you guys think. I didn't want to make this video super long and give you all the attributes to every player, because at this point, we all know who these players are. We all know what they bring to the table, and we all know if they will be a good fit for the Raiders and their scheme. So get down there in the comments, let me know what you think about my final and 4th mock draft. And yeah, guys, 6 days away. I'm tired. I'm up every night trying to bring you guys some content. And yeah, I'm just really excited to go forward and see what this draft is going to bring us, man. So stay tuned. If you like the video, like the video. If you like the content on this channel, like the channel. Subscribe to the channel. And until the next time, Raider Honcho out.